Colors. Change up. Forward. Arm. Step. Color. Breathe in.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Breathe in. Arm. Forward. Forward. Arm. Colors. Colors turn. Hard.
We'd like to thank the Luke Air Force Base Honor Guard for presenting the colors. We'll now have an invocation by Brother Nathan Young.
Father in heaven, we're thankful this evening for that we're able to be gathered together here to honor these young men in the achieving of their Eagle Scout Award. We're thankful for the freedoms we enjoy that allow us to gather for this great country that we live in. We pray that God would watch over and bless those young men and women the world over who serve to protect our freedoms. We pray that would bless us this evening, that we might be able to be uplifted and that we will be able to remember the kind of citizens we should be and that we'll be able to be a good example to all those around us. We pray for thy Spirit during this time as we meet together. And we ask these things in the name of thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
That was a different opening than we're normally used to. So we appreciate, again, the Luke Air Force Base Honor Guard for coming and doing that for us. They look nice, don't they? We'd also like to thank Brother Derek Jones for leading us in the pledge and Brother Nathan Young for the invitation. At this time, we're going to present our Life Scouts who will be receiving this highest award of Eagle tonight, highest award in Scouting. Would Robert Hale step forward? Would Logan Hill come forward, please? Would Preston Noble step forward, please? And Brandon Jones. We're proud of these young men who are Life Scouts advancing to the highest rank in scouting of Eagle Scout. They put forth many years of hard effort and a lot of fun, I'm sure. But I know there's been some work involved because I'm sure they mumbled at least once when they had to do something. I'm just recalling from my boyhood memories. But it was work and fun at the same time. These Life Scouts will present us with the Scout Oath and Law. Brandon Jones will lead him in that. First, the Oath and the Law. Thank you. You may be seated. Well, we're going to start from the very beginning. I messed up. So we want to be picture perfect. Come back up here to the front. There's 4 seats right here you should be sitting in. You can see the scout when you log in. I'm just kidding. Take a seat. We'd like to invite at this time all Eagle Scouts to come forward and sit here in the Eagle's Nest. If you could do that at this moment, at this time, that would be great. At this time, we're going to hear comments from two speakers, the first of which will be Bishop Monte, who is, as I said, the bishop of the ward and also a former scout leader of some of these young men. Next, we'll hear some comments from myself, and you know, I'm actually on the agenda. I didn't put myself in there just because I'm standing here. And secondly, we'll hear some remarks from Brother Pospisil, who was a scout leader in the Troop 159 for most, I think, for all these boys. So, Bishop Monte.
I gotta find my part on here. Webster's dictionary describes an eagle as a large bird of prey with sharp vision and powerful wings, famous for its strength, size, grace, and keen vision. The bald eagle is the national emblem for the United States. Though the eagle is found throughout the world, he is never found in abundance. He is always rare, and he is always a superb specimen. In scouting, the eagle stands for strength of character. The eagle stands for knowledge of all phases of scouting. The eagle represents an understanding of community and nation, and a deep respect for the same. The eagle is a symbol of what a young man has done, as well as what the young man will do, and will be when he grows to manhood. The eagle is a leader. The eagle is respected, both by his peers and by his adult leaders. That for sure is an accurate description of some of the skills and efforts that these young men have been taken about. It takes plenty of effort. They have leaders who for sure have spent plenty of time with them, parents who have spent a lot of time, but each of them have individually spent hours of preparation to be here, and I congratulate them on their efforts.
Thank you, Bishop. I've been asked to just comment a little bit on some of the boys and my experience with them since I am also a varsity coach and a scout leader, and so I've spent some time with them. And I've spent some time more with some of the boys than I have some of the others. But they all have great attributes. I think about Robert Hill, who I haven't had, I don't think one opportunity to go on a camping trip with. But I know him to be a young man who's willing to try anything, even if he doesn't know how to do it. And as I recall, when we played softball last year, he was a switch hitter, and nobody knew he was, and I don't think even he knew he was. So, but he actually bats better left than right. So his weaknesses are his strengths. And I think we'll see many more attributes exposed as I spend more time with him. I think of Logan in his preparation and in his planning for his Eagle project. I talked to him. He's always persistent and consistent in getting his assignments done, and I know him as a young man who is consistent in every task and every assignment that he has been given, and congratulate him for that, because it is a difficult thing to be consistent at such a young age. I think of Preston, and he's a quiet, almost a shy kid. You would never know it. But such a demeanor that one can feel as if he is a friend always. I don't think he has any enemies, and he's a good friend to all, and would no one would know that he had any ill feelings toward anybody. I think of Brandon Jones, a great young man. We gave him the opportunity to serve as our team captain, right, at our Mountain Man Rendezvous this last spring, because of his leadership skills. I've seen him on occasion, and though he's not the largest, he does carry the most weight and influence among a group of boys that I've ever seen. and he was a great example and a great motivator for when others weren't necessarily motivated. And those are some great attributes that I'm sure will continue to improve and grow as they go through this scouting program and as they continue to grow into fine young men. And I appreciate working with them and for the good young men that they are. Thank you.
I'm going to highlight a few of the accomplishments that have been achieved by these young men in their many hours of service. As you know, for each rank advancement, each of these young men are required to have many hours of service, approved by their scoutmaster and by their parents to be of a good cause. And so I'd like to go ahead and highlight some things, and mainly with their responsibilities and what they did for their Eagle Scout project. If Brandon Jones, if you'd stand, please. Brandon has been a senior patrol leader. He's been an assistant senior patrol leader. His service project consisted of cleaning and stripping and sanding and refinishing 18 desks for his school, Heritage Academy. Thank you. Preston, if you'll stand, please. Preston participated as a pack leader, as an assistant senior patrol leader, as a patrol leader, a grub master, as an equipment manager, and also a senior patrol leader. Preston's service project, well, he painted a house numbers on the curb for over 200 homes for better visibility to emergency vehicles and to improve the appearance of the neighborhood. He also achieved the Online Honor Award. Thank you. Logan. Logan has been an assistant senior patrol leader in the troop, also a varsity squad leader. He's achieved the On My Honor Award. For his service project, he installed concrete ramps right out here outside the door at the two entrances of the church building for easier access for wheelchairs and the elderly. Thank you. And Robert? Robert served as a grub master and a patrol leader in our troop. He also achieved the On My Honor Award. His service project consisted of, he sold baked goods to raise money to benefit Eagle Ridge Enrichment Program. With the proceeds, he built a lost and found box and a bookshelf and purchased almost 200 books for the accelerated reader class and the K through second grade class. Thank you. If I can just add my 2 cents here. Each of these young men, I can concur with Brother Porter that they're difficult at times, but overall, were some of the best times of my life as I spent with them. And I really miss it, to be honest, now that I've been released from that responsibility. But I can, with all my heart and with the knowledge that I have, can recommend them for Eagle. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Boswell. I never said they're difficult, did I? I didn't mean to imply that. They're lovable. They're tackleable. Tackable word. All right. I made up that word. I really don't think it's a good word. It's payback now for us leaders. The young men have prepared a special musical number titled As Only Eagles Can. If you young men will come forward now to present that song. it's the beginning of a beautiful chorus. And if you could hear a mumble, then that was, we're successful. we should comment that most of these boys aren't in the chorus. And so they scream a lot when they're on campouts, and maybe that's that ring of voice. We'll now hear the Eagle Challenge presented by Kurt Hill, who is our troops transportation coordinator and also the father of Logan and Robert Hill.
The foremost responsibility of an Eagle Scout is to live with honor. To an Eagle Scout, honor is the foundation of all character. He knows that a Scout is trustworthy is the very first point of the Scout law for a good reason. An Eagle Scout lives honorably, not only because honor is important to him, but because of the vital significance of the example he sets for other Scouts. Living honorably reflects credit on his home, his church, his troop, and his community. May the white of the Eagle badge remind you to always live with honor. The second obligation of an Eagle Scout is loyalty. The Scout is true to his family, Scout leaders, friends, school, and nation. His loyalty to his troop and his brother Scouts makes him pitch in and carry his share of the load. All of these help to build the loyalty, which means devotion to community, to country, to one's own ideals, and to God. Let the blue of the Eagle badge always inspire your loyalty. The third obligation of an Eagle Scout is to be courageous. Courage has always been a quality by which men measure themselves and others. To a Scout, bravery means not only the courage to face physical danger, but the determination to stand up for right. Trusting in God with faith in his fellow men, he looks forward to each day, seeking his share of the world's work to do. Let the red of the Eagle badge remind you of courage. The fourth obligation of an Eagle Scout is to be cheerful. To remind the Eagle Scout to always wear a smile, the red, white, and blue ribbon is attached to the scroll of the second-class Scout Award, which has its ends turned up in a smile. The final responsibility of an Eagle Scout is service. The Eagle Scout extends a helping hand to those who still toil up Scouting's trail, just as others helped him in his climb to the Eagle. The performance of the daily good turn takes on a new meaning when he enters a more adult life of continuing service to others. The Eagle stands as protector of the weak and helpless. He aids and comforts the unfortunate and the oppressed. He upholds the rights of others while defending his own. He will always be prepared to put forth his best. You deserve much credit for having achieved Scouting's highest award, but wear your award with humility, ever mindful that the Eagle Scout is looked up to as an example. May the Scout Oath and the Scout Law be your guide for tomorrow and onward.
Now for the part that we've all been waiting for. We're going to have Brother Bill Jones, our former advancement chairman of our Troop 159, and also Brandon's father, a proud father today, he'll administer the Eagle Scout Pledge to these Scouts.
I'm going to ask the Eagle Scout candidates to please stand. Now, I've watched your progress as the advancement chairman for some time. I've watched you progress through the different ranks. I've watched you advance, so this is truly an honor for me tonight to do that. The Eagle Scout candidates will now take the Eagle Scout pledge. As the candidates take this pledge for the first time, those Eagle Scouts in the Eagle's Nest, you're invited to stand as well and join with them. In taking the pledge or reaffirming the pledge, if you've taken it already. Now, would you please make the Scout sign? All who are participating. And repeat after me in unison. reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath.
I reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath.
I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself
I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself
the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout.
the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout.
On my honor, I will do my best to make my training an example
On my honor, I will do my best to make my training an example,
and make my rank and influence strongly count
and make my rank and influence strongly count
for better scouting and for better citizenship
for better scouting and for better citizenship
in my troop, in my community,
in my troop, in my community,
and in my contact with other people,
and in my contact with other people,
regardless of race, color, or creed.
regardless of race, color, or creed.
To this, I pledge my sacred honor.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
Thank you. You may lower your sign. Those in the Eagle's Nest may please be seated. Now to the Eagle Scouts, I charge you to enter this Eagle Scout Brotherhood, holding ever before you without reservation the ideals of honor and service. By repeating the Eagle Scout pledge before your fellow members, you have accepted the responsibilities of an Eagle Scout. Though the words you used just now are similar to those with which you joined in scouting, today they mean more to you than they could have meant at that time or any time in the past. When you pledged yourself on your sacred honor using the same words that are found at the end of the Declaration of Independence, you sealed your eternal loyalty to the code of the Eagle Scout. It is now my honor and privilege to formally recognize you as Eagle Scouts. May the oath you have taken remain true in your hearts. Ladies and gentlemen, Scouts and Scouters, brothers and sisters, I present to you Eagle Scouts Brandon Jones, Preston Logan Hill, and Robert Hill. Thank you.
Might as well remain standing. No, I meant that, really. I mean, stand. Already disobedient, man. I don't know what the deal is. Let's try that oath and pledge again. Would we have the parents of these Eagle Scouts come up, please? At this time, we're going to have Rod Walker, who is our Eagle Scout coordinator. Stand by your children, please. I think that we're going to have Rod Walker, our Eagle Scout coordinator of Troop 159, present these young men with their eagle patches and pins and such, and of course hugs are always included. We expect full embraces, 2 arms. Anything less will not be accepted.
Really grateful for the opportunity to be a part of this program tonight, to present with these young men their Eagle badges and awards. For some of the young men, they actually received or passed all of their qualifications and became Eagles earlier in the year. In fact, Logan, if I remember, he's actually been an Eagle now for probably 5 months. But he's been waiting for these other young men to complete all of their requirements so that they could become a part of this wonderful program with him. And I would like to congratulate these young men. This makes 5 young men so far this year that have earned their Eagle Awards within our scouting organization here in the Mesa 9th Ward. All part of Troop 159, Varsity Team 6 159, and Venture Post 7 159. And there's also, as we look forward to this coming year, we have another young man that has completed his project, and all he does now have to do before he receives his Eagle is to complete his paperwork and his write-up for his report, and then we can turn that in, get it approved and have his board review. So there's a possibility that we'll have another young man this year that will also receive their Eagle, so that would make 6 in our organization this year. We also, within our troop and varsity teams, have another 6 young men that are either just completing their star rank or that are life scouts. Of these young men, 3 of them will be doing their projects within the next 3 months. And so next year, we expect to have at least another 6 young men within our group who will receive their Eagles. And I think this is a real tribute to the leaders that we have that have worked with these young men and that are continuing to work with these young men. Brother Mike Pospisil is a former scoutmaster. Jason Porter as varsity leader. Dave Brubaker, who also worked with Jason, and then Dave Brubaker, who is now the venture leader, and all of the other leaders that have worked with him. And we really appreciate all of the hard work of these leaders. And we especially appreciate the hard work of you as parents, grandparents, and relatives who supported these young men in doing their projects and helping them. And we look forward in seeing many more of these other young men become Eagles that are sitting here in their blue shirts now who are Cubs. They just started with the scouting program. We remember, receiving the Eagle isn't where it stops. After you've received your Eagle, you continue to earn merit badges and you earn palms to add to your Eagle. In fact, we have another one of our recent Eagle. Brother Halsey has completed requirements for his first palm. We look forward when we have our next court of honor and awarding him that. And that's doing 5 additional merit badges. So you don't just earn just the 21 and stop. Continue to earn them. So with that said, I'd like to first have Logan and his parents. I was gonna have Logan last since he waited the longest to get him, but I'd like to have Logan come up first. So he can receive his badge. Logan, on behalf of the Scouting Organization, I'd like to present you with your Eagle badge. And with this, there's also badges that I'd like you to present to your parents. First, to your mother, because without your mother's pride and help, you would have never earned this award. Brandon's moved from our ward, but Brandon completed all the requirements that he needed to do while he was a member of our ward to achieve and to be awarded his Eagle. Brandon is also the first young man who will be joined on the plaque with his father Bill, also when he was a part of the scouting program in the 9th Ward, earned his Eagle. So this will be the first father-son team. In fact, you not only join your father, but also your uncles who also earned their Eagles while they were in this. Remember, I want you to pin this on your mother and this also on your father. Okay, I'd like to, if you could join me, please, in giving these young men and their parents especially a round of applause.
The parents can be seated. Now, on my agenda, it says that we're going to have some brief comments from our new Eagle Scouts, and hopefully they've been prepared, notified beforehand that this is the case. If not, they'll be really brief. And I don't have any particular order, but let's just go in order, starting with Robert.
First of all, I'd like to thank Brother Brown, Brother Quist, Brother Pospisil, and Brother Jones for being my scout leaders and helping me along and assisting me in scouts. But if I had to choose one person to thank the most, it would be my mom for helping me along and assisting me in scouts and keeping me an active scout and getting me to work on merit badges and things like that, even if I didn't want to. I learned a lot while earning my merit badges and rank advancements. Things like first aid, boating, carving skills, hiking tips, water rescues, and other things like that. I also learned how to work better in a group and be able to be a better leader. Now, I learned that leadership doesn't always mean being the one in front. It means working along with people and helping them want to do better. I'm glad I decided to work hard and earn my Eagle, and I know that other boys can too.
It's been really fun being in the scouting program, especially when I get to start working on my Eagle project. And I'd like to thank all the people that helped with that. I can't name any names specifically because there were so many that helped, but lots of big businesses like Home Depot and other concrete companies helped with donating supplies and assistance with my project, and also Brother Young, who helped with the actual work with the concrete, and all the other people that helped come and do the labor. It was fun. The scouting program, I think, is really, really good. As Baden Powell intended it to be, it is to prepare boys for life, to turn them into men. And I think it does just that. With all the merit badges that the scouts are required to earn, it teaches them new and important skills that they need to do well in their daily life. And I would just like to tell all these younger scouts, Cub Scouts, and anyone who doesn't have their Eagle yet, it is a goal that is well worth going for, the Eagle. I remember when I was a little Cub Scout, and I would go to a Court of Honor and see all the posters, like the ones in the back of the room, lined up on the wall. And I would watch all the other big boys, as I call them, get their big rank badges. And I would stand at one end in front of my badge, and I'd look way down at the other end and see that's where I want to go. And I remember each time I went to a new Port of Honor, I would get to stand in front of a new badge and see that my path was getting shorter and shorter. And eventually I got there. I just like to tell all you little Cub Scouts and others don't have their eagle yet, keep trying. You'll find that if you don't get the eagle, you'll regret it. Because I know many people that really tried for it and they didn't quite make it and they wish they could go back and do it again. So I'd just like to say, keep going, don't give up.
Yeah, just like Logan, I remember looking at all the badges and like, gosh, that's a long way, but I think I'll try for it. And I never could have made it without my mom, especially for all her support and everything. And she always helped me on everything, even when I didn't really want to do it. Then she would say, "Come on, let's go do it," and I'd be like, "Okay." And I thank my family for all their support, and thank my leaders and for their support and encouragement for me, and for all the fun times that we had going on campouts and working on merit badges and different goals, and just like thank them.
I'd like to thank my scout leaders who've helped me along the way, along the path to my eagle. Brother Hospital for all your hard work and dedication to me and helping me fulfill many of my requirement merit badges, and for keeping it fun and exciting along the way. I appreciate your friendship and all the time you put into helping me. Brother Porter for putting up with me and helping me get the last of my merit badges accomplished to attain my eagle. You made it fun and pushed me when I needed that extra shove to make the deadlines. Brother Walker for helping submit all my paperwork and the extra trips you made to our new house. And I appreciate your concern and commitment in helping me to make sure things were done right and submitted properly. To the Scout Committee for all those wonderful board of reviews that I had to go through. For the time and commitment you have to all the Scouts. For those of you who are on the trail to your eagle, keep up the great work and accomplish your goals that you set. It's worth it in the end to have this great accomplishment in your life. And it'll follow you through job interviews and seeing the reward of setting your goals high and achieving them. Last but not least, to my parents for their support and helping me get this done in a timely manner. And especially to my mom who kept me on my toes, and I hope I've made my parents proud.
I sense two themes as these young men have shared some thoughts, and I miss my mother, and recognize she did a lot for me too. We wouldn't get very far on this earth without mothers, besides giving you birth. They help you get your eagles, don't they? And the other thing that I hope that you younger men recognize also is that they say it's worth it, right? You get that feeling that all that hard work and effort and paperwork and the proddings from mother, it was all worth it. At this time, we're going to have Brother Brubaker share with us some letters from local and national government leaders who sent their congratulations and commendations to these boys. They have been placed in binders as keepsakes, and Brother Brubaker, as we mentioned, was our assistant varsity coach, so he knows many of these young men very well, and our young men's president.
You know, as I'm flipping through these letters, I think, wow, I've never received a letter from a community official as important as these people. You have all of them have received letters from the same people. You have Jeff Flake from the House of Representatives, John Kyle from the Senate, you have John McCain, we have our mayor here, Keno Hawker, Sheriff Joe Arpaio, and Janet Napolitano, our governor. But they're wonderful, wonderful letters. And the common thread that they have is that they all realize and recognize what a great achievement it is to achieve Eagle. I'd like to share with you, in particular, two excerpts, one from Sheriff Joe's letter to each of the boys. And he says, "Congratulations on becoming an Eagle Scout. This is a significant achievement and one which places you in distinguished company. Next time, as you're at a court of honor, you'll be able to sit in the Eagle's nest, just like Tyler Halsey." And what a great honor it is. He says, "I am personally proud of you young men who attained the rank of Eagle Scout in the Boy Scouts of America, because I believe they will be better equipped to meet the challenges which America faces today. Your personal convictions will contribute to the development of a personal code of conduct and ethics that will carry into your adult life. More than ever before, we need people of courage and judgment, and of understanding in the things they believe. I am sure that you will continue to live in such a way that our country will be stronger because of what you believe and because of what you are willing to do. Good luck in your future. Sincerely, Sheriff Joe Arpaio." My favorite letter, though, and then I'll read it to you. This comes from the mayor, Keno Hawker. And he says, "It is with great pleasure that I congratulate you upon receiving the prestigious Eagle Scout Award. As a fellow Eagle Scout, I recognize the dedication that is necessary to achieve this honor. By this achievement, you have demonstrated to your family, to your friends, and to your community your commitment to set and achieve very high standards and goals for yourself. You have made great strides forward to reach this point in your life and have shown your concern to improve the lives of those who surround you." And I think this is the most significant part of the letter. "I thank you for caring enough about your fellow human beings to pursue this high honor. I offer my personal best wishes to you and encourage you to continue your pursuit of excellence as an Eagle Scout, as a student, and as a respected member of our city. Sincerely, Keno Hawker, Mayor." What a blessing it is to show your care and concern for our community, to work hard for this honor. Congratulations.
Something special has been prepared for each of these young men as a gift from their parents, to remind them and to help them to maintain proper influences in their life. It is, as you can see, a disc, and there's an eagle engraven upon it with writing, inscription. Let me read it to you. "But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles." Isaiah 40:31. And we're about to close. I think just one comment before we do. I think by nature, perhaps we all have a little bit of procrastination in all of us. And perhaps these young men do too, since they're also human. But the great quality that each one of them has, and they've proven it this day, is that they are finishers. And by far, that's the most important thing. We're going to have a closing song by Mark and Robert Noble. They will sing "On My Honor, I'll Do My Best." Upon the completion of that, we'll have the Honor Guard, Luke Air Force Base Honor Guard, retire the colors. The benediction will be given by Brother Rich Olson.
I was prepared to sing another number tonight as of about an hour ago, and then got here and figured out that I left my tape at work and didn't have time to go back and get it. So got to thinking real fast and figured out a favorite song that I think fits the occasion just as well or better. And asked my dear brother here to sing with me. my country as I may. On my honor, I'll do my best to do my good turn each day, to keep my body strengthened and keep my mind awakened, to follow paths of righteousness. On my honor, I'll do my best. Please sing once with us. On my honor, I'll do my best to do my duty to God. On my honor, I'll do my best to serve my country as I may. On my honor, I'll do my best to do my good turn each day, to keep my body strengthened and keep my mind awakened, to follow paths of righteousness. On my honor, I'll do my best.
Stand by. Colors. Attention. Up. Push. On. Step. Colors. Colors. Colors turn. Hard.
Our Father in heaven, we're thankful for the opportunity we've had this evening to come and celebrate the accomplishments of these young men. We're grateful for the experiences and the example that they set for us, and ask that we'll all be able to travel home in safety, and that we will all be able to reach the righteous goals we've set for ourselves. And I say this in Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
There are refreshments that will be served.